Welcome. What's up? What's good, Pack family? It's your boy Investing for the Legacy. Legacy just for short. Let's get it. Let's make sure we get you to some chicken this week as well. Help you guys find it. Anybody that has eyes will understand. I'm going to start with some bear setups that I see. From there, we'll go into some other plays that from tickers that have been killing the market this year. So let's start with these bear setups. FICO, I want to start with DE actually. I like DE. If we get a 2 down on the week here, I'm really liking it. We'll fall back below a weekly broadening formation. Got some nice magnitude to the downside as well. The month is the next thing to go red here. Everything else is pretty much already red. The quarter will go red at 300. I'm sorry as well. So pretty much on the macro, everything below the macro is already red, as you can see on FICO's screen. And I'm looking for that month and then that quarter to go red as well. So that'll be the $300 target. Oh man, we pretty much, I wouldn't be surprised if we gap down below red. That, you know how this thing moves. 358, around 358 will be red on the month. So I like DE for puts, especially we get that full time frame continuity locked in, and it's something to be watching for sure. Next thing that I want to mention for possible put setup is PayPal. Of course, tech. It had its run not too long ago, and we already know that was short lasting. But PayPal, I see some nice room to the downside still here. It's a beautiful shooter on the week, a barely green shooter. That thing is going to be red as pretty much as soon as we start the new week. I can guarantee that. It'd be coming off the top of a weekly broadening formation as well too. So we love those reversals at the top of broadening formations or at the bottom. So that's what I'll be looking for. Main things I'll be looking for. We go 2 down on the month at 85.27 is another thing I'll be watching for when that's not too far off for PayPal. I like PayPal for puts a lot. I like a price target of a point of control that I see at 73.35. So that'll be a nice price target that I see for a lot of consolidation down there. If you see that $73 range for PayPal, and you can understand that if you understand price action, you understand why that might be a good price target for us. Next, okay, those are the main put plays that I want to mention, guys. I want to mention some plays that I feel like could go either way. I want to mention some fertilizer plays, which are very important and should be on everybody's radar right now with everything that's going on in the world. Fertilizer, imagine it. I mean, just think about it. It's the root of our food. The foundation of our food, so fertilizer goes up, real trickle down effect when it comes to the price of food going up, the price of gas going up. It has a big weight on the economy. So some fertilizer. So fertilizer has been on my watch list for a while now, just that sector, the subsector in particular. But I want to mention CF. CF is a fertilizer play. That thing. Again, fertilizer has a lot of factors affecting it right now, especially with the sanctions going on in Russia right now. The Europe-based plant fertilizer makers are getting hit the hardest right now with gas, with the reliance that they had upon gas. But CF. I'm gonna be looking for confirmation throughout the whole industry. So MOS is another fertilizer play that we love in Alphapack. But with CF, what I'm seeing here is a possible 2-2 rev on the week. I like that a lot. Again, this sector is very, very important right now. It finished the week strong, and if you see that reversal that started at the last 2 days of the trading week, and I want to see that continue. We got some nice magnitude to take out. You see that upper right screen of FICO. We got a nice small gap fill up there, so I'm looking for a nice continuance of that reversal on the week that we had towards the end of last week. And again, MOS has the same chart. We love that inside of Alphapack. We love the same looking charts within the sector. It makes it a lot more predictable for us, and what makes price action, even more. It may even make us feel even more like Miss Cleo when it comes to this price action game here. We just want that confirmation between smart money moving in waves, how they do in the entirety of all of subsectors and sectors at a time. I like that. I like CF a lot. So I'll be looking for that 2-2 rev. But at the same time, this market has been, haven't been letting things run for too long. And as we see here, CF has been running since July 25th, that week of July 25th. So I could see it also going too down on the week and taking a bit of a breather. In that case, we have some nice magnitude. And ultimately, I like if it does decide to go down, I like a price target of 84, 81. Give yourself at least a month for that price target. But yeah, it's definitely possible the market might decide to take this way because, again, this market hasn't been letting sectors run for too long. We just saw what they did with energy, with that short-lived run in energy, but we know that's not done. But you see what they're trying to do. They're trying to shake his people out of position. So if they want to play that route, we know what to do there, and we got some price targets going the other way as well. We mentioned the fertilizer plays. Some other sector that I do want to mention is renewables. That should be on everybody's watch list. I want to mention Plug. I like Plug. And man, that thing is setting up one of my favorite setups combinations on the week. Was the 312 to the upside, 312 to the downside. We don't know, but it's plenty of magnitude to the downside in case it goes that way. Currently, full time frame continuity to the downside, so I do like possible puts. You know, we want to go with what price action is giving us. We want to hope for a reversal, even though we have high hopes and we are very bullish on the sector right now. We want to just go with price action is actually giving us. We don't want to hope for anything. So, man, I got some nice. I have a nice target ultimate. I like that gap fill all the way to the bottom for Plug, all the way down to 1725. For a possible nice chunky put play. That I don't, give yourself some time there. Don't get too ballsy with these weekly guys. Give yourself for these some time there. But again, this market is really is filling these gaps. That's for sure. It hasn't really been, especially when it gaps up above them. It's been definitely taking its time to go back and fill those to the downside. So I expect that to happen here as well. Even though we're very bullish with especially with the bill that passed recently supporting renewables, but we want to go with price action is giving us. We know that smart money likes to get their money and then leave the retail holders holding the bag, and that could have easily happened here since this thing's been running so long. So Plug, I like Plug for that 312 setup mainly, and we'll look for either way for the break for entry. Could be below 25.60 for puts, could be above 30.68 for calls. All right, guys, that's Plug. Another play that I want to mention briefly within renewables that has the same setup that I'll be looking for confirmation, or I'll be looking for versus Plug to see which one's moving better is ARRY. I know this one renewal. I never played this renewable, but it's on my radar. I made a fire call with it, but it's on my radar mainly because I'm always, when sectors are moving, I'm always paying attention to which one is moving the strongest. And this ticker has been moving the strongest out of the renewables over the last 2 months or so. So yeah, this is something that can easily take a breather as well to the downside. That inside week break is what we'll be watching, and we'll be watching both of those tickers for the confirmation. Couple more tickers that I want to mention. FICO, D. I want to mention D. It's an inside joke for Pack family knows this one, but D. It's an XLU play, and if you don't know, you need to be knowing. You should know XLU is the only other sector besides energy that's green year to date. It's up 5% year to date, and if you don't know that, I don't know what you're watching and what you're paying attention to. So you should always have your favorite XLU plays weekly and your favorite XLE plays weekly with what's going with this current market conditions. Again, those are the only two sectors in SPY that are green year to date. So please be wise enough to have those favorite setups in both of those sectors going into every new week. If you're an options trader, if you're just a trader in general, guys. So D is one of the ones that I want to mention this week. That's my favorite XLU play. A possible 1-2-2 rev setting up on the week. We love that combination. Alphapack, one of our favorites, no question. Sitting on a point and control as well. I like that for a possible reversal for sure. Yeah, but again, all these tickers that I'm mentioning, they have nice magnitude to the upside, to the downside. They have been running very well relative to the market. So they all could keep running, or they can all take a breather. So I'm ready for either any of these tickers that I'm mentioning regardless, but I am feeling kind of confident about a 122 rev coming for this ticker in particular. Again, XLU, it being an XLTU, a utilities play, and it also being one of the, I'm saying, the only other green sector besides energy. You should be quite bullish on it for good reason. So, and we know this is only XLU only makes up 2.4% of the overall SPY. So this thing can easily run, and SPY still could be bloody, no question. So we'll be watching Dominion. Dominion Energy. And the last thing that I want to mention, FICO, two more that I want to mention is Play. We call some fire plays on Play often. I'm looking for that 322 rev back to the upside. Beautiful shoot hammer week. This thing has been running beautiful compared to the market, man. I'm gonna let Play keep doing what it's doing. I'm not gonna, I may not be the biggest Dave and Buster's fan, but this thing is running great compared to SPY, compared to any major index for sure. So I'm looking for that 322 rev for that day and that week break above 42.50 to back to the upside. Ultimately, I have the next two price targets I have for Play is $48.21 and $50.70. So just give you some time to see those price targets out, but Play is one that pays for sure. Play is one that pays. You'll thank me for playing that one for sure. Last one I want to mention, FICO brother, is BMY. This healthcare play is one of the packs of favorites for sure. Man, if you notice that strong 3 that it made on the last week, it gapped down to that to the bottom of that broadening formation that it made on that 3. So I'm hoping, and you see the beautiful hammer that it made on the week. So I'm hoping for a continued reversal. You got a gap above it. We see some energy. We see some healthcare is being crushed. It's at the bottom of a monthly broadening formation as well too. So boom, bouncing off a weekly. It tested the bottom of a monthly. Looking bullish to me if it turns around. And we know we're very bullish on this stock within the Alphapack. Does have full time frame continuity to the downside though. The month is slightly green there. So if it continues to rev back to the upside, I like BMY. I like BMY to the first price target be to the top of that 3. You know that 322 rev, that's a good price target to have. It's also a point of control up there at the top of that 3, around 75, 63. So love that for a possible price target on BMY. But we're going to take what price give us. That's all I want to bring to the Pack family's attention, FICO, and the YouTube family. Man, please, I dropped a couple gems in there, but we do this on a regular here in Alphapack. Please make sure you take advantage of our Liquor Day sale. Join the family if you're not with us already. YouTube guys, family, and let's eat.